It was Oman, and the major religion there is Islam, and you had 0% Christian. Population of about 3 million down near Yemen and Saudi Arabia. I was just looking as they're not, you would think they may not be as friendly with the US, but they are, reading about it. So there is some friendliness there. Um, what is asked about their culture, their long for is the strong community that we researched and strong family values. And one of the questions you had is how would you present the gospel to these people? I think in any Islam thing, I think it takes a long time. So you have to work on the relationship, establishing the relationship with them, and then start maybe sharing about your relationship with Jesus, how that would tie in is one of our notes we had. And what I think we talked about a conversation speed piece that we might talk about. It might be a little touchy, but we'll be careful with. But ask them about the Iranian situation there. They're close to that. That's not too far from them. Some of the verses that we highlighted was Deuteronomy 6:4, and which talks about, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one, and you shall love the Lord with all your heart. But we mainly talked about 6:4. Am I correct, David? I think you might have given us that verse. Some other verses were in John. Let me see if I can find it. We had, what did we have there?
John 1:1 or John 4:6.
John
1:1.
I had that on another Bible app. Here we go. John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's 1:1. And then 1:14 is, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we saw his glory, glory of the only begotten from the Father, full of grace and truth. So we'd work on, there's one God. Other questions that you talked about, things that we would avoid is maybe said, hey, let's go get a barbecue sandwich. That would not be something that you would do.
BLT.
BLT. BLT. Again, we want to be respectful of Muhammad and the Quran if we're talking to Islam, and just be real sensitive to that. Your last question, actions or gestures would be helpful, conveying a loving spirit. I think is being hospitable. And where would you want to meet with them, and maybe in a common area, to work on that relationship. I think in everything that I've listened to people talk about Islam is a lot in that relationship and getting to know them, and then, bringing the gospel into it.